Hey, what's up everybody? This is Danny from Into Fly Fishing, and I'm here today to review the Orvis Encounter combo. Now before we dive into this, I just want to talk about the equipment choices and things that we have available to us these days. These days, it's too easy to become too specified and lose out on the versatility with our gear. As a result, we pile up all this gear that only can be used for one or two situations. But the beauty of this combo right here is that versatility is perhaps the best feature of the entire thing. So when you get this in the mail, it'll come in this steady rod tube here. Very sturdy, very solid rod tube. I've taken this on international trips, domestic trips. I've put it on a carry-on. I've put it in my checked bag. I've beat it up. I've carried it hundreds of miles through backcountry looking for those backcountry streams. And this rig here is about 2 years old, and as you can tell, there's no rips or tears, nothing. It's a really, really solid rod tube. Peace of mind that you know you're gonna get a rod tube that is going to protect your rig and protect it well. Now, when you also purchase the combo, you'll get this Orvis Encounter 6-weight reel. This reel here is perhaps the best part of this combo as a whole. Now, it's made from this hard plastic material, and the bearings on it are extremely solid. I've even used it in salt water. I've just made sure to put a good cleaning on it, and it still works extremely well. I haven't had any issues with it rusting or anything along those lines. So when you get it, it'll come equipped with some weight forward line as well as backing. So you'll have a good amount of that. It's a large arbor reel, so you don't have to worry about getting spooled by a fish or anything along those lines. I've fought salmon with this reel. I've fought largemouth bass with this reel. I've never been spooled. Now the weight forward line, you have to remember, is it's perfect for nymphing and streamer fishing, but if you want to use dry flies with this reel, you might have to switch it out and put some floating line on. The weight forward line is going to pull your fly down in the water, and it won't sit on top like a dry fly would need to. So this reel is rock solid. You can switch it to be right-handed or left-handed, whatever you need to do. And I love, love, love this reel. Again, I've beat this up. I've not put it in a case. I've just left it loose in my backpack for years. Still looks brand new, still performs brand new. And if you do some simple maintenance on it, this reel is going to last you a long time. Now when we open up this case, it's got a nice zipper access here, and you'll have 4 slots on the inside here to store your rod. This rod is broken down into 4 pieces. And first, the largest slot, you'll pull out the handle in the first section of your rig. Now it'll have the nice Orvis Encounter logo on it here. Say exactly what this is. This option here is the 9-weight or the 9-foot 8-weight. This option here it also comes in a variety of different weights: 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a variety of other combos. Again, you can also vary the lengths on it, but I wanted that 9-foot 8-weight rod because I took this up into northern British Columbia and did some salmon fishing with it. Attaching the reel to this rig is extremely easy. All you have to do is put the top of the reel in the designated slot there, slide this around so it lines up with the bottom of the reel, make sure it slides smoothly over the reel, and then you just have the freedom here to tighten these 2 screw-on clasps, tighten it up, and you're good to go. So this is the first portion of your reel that's set up. It's got a really nice, strong cork handle. I've attached hooks into this. I've put thousands of hours of my oily, wet, slimy hands onto it. Again, still really nice, comfortable grip, forms to the hand well, either one, whatever one that you cast with. So this is the first aspect of the setup. And then, as you work through the rest, again, it's a 4-piece rod. So you come, the next attachment here, and I really, really like how this rod attaches to itself. It's nice, smooth, slide on over, You can adjust it so it lines up perfectly with where it needs to be, and from here on, you're good to go. Now, I know a lot of these 4-piece rigs people worry about when they cast, these parts start to fly off in the middle of the river and it starts floating down the river. It's kind of a bit of an extreme, frightening scenario. So this rod stays on tight. You don't have to worry about losing any aspect of it when you're casting. It's an extremely durable and strong setup, so you have nothing to worry about when you're casting in some of that heavier weighted options there. So the rod itself is made of graphite, so it's a strong graphite material. It's a medium action, so again, it plays to the versatility. It's not fast, it's not heavy action, it's that medium action. So it can fit in a variety of fishing scenarios. You don't have to worry about any aspect of it. And I've taken this 8-weight rod onto tight mountain streams that are probably really shouldn't have any business being there, but maybe I've stumbled across a tributary when I've been out fishing one of the larger rivers and I just wanted to see. In this rod, you can have that finesse, you can pick your spots, pick and choose. It works out extremely well. I've taken it on the massive rivers like the Yellowstone or the Missouri River or any really other large river, Mississippi River searching for bass, things like that. It handles those large, somewhat intimidating rivers extremely well. You can make casts 60, 65, 70 feet with this rod here. On windy days, it performs extremely well. If you need to make those short little 10-foot finesse casts into those small pockets and pools, it can do that for you as well. And perhaps the most appealing aspect of this setup is the price. The Orvis Encounter combo is only 170 bucks. Now, if you know anything about the Orvis brand, you'll know that that's an extremely affordable price, especially if you're entering into the world of fly fishing. It's hard to find rigs for less than $500-600 bucks, but this one for 170 with the reel and the rod combo, can't steer you wrong. And I can't say enough about the durability. I essentially learned to fly fish on this rig. So as you can imagine, and as you probably remember, I found myself stuck in every tree, rock, any plant, anything on the side of the river. No matter how hard I pulled or bent it, still didn't break, still didn't lose any of it. No matter how big a fish I find, haven't had any issue landing in them. And again, I beat this up. I've put hundreds of hours onto this rod, and it still looks like it's brand new. I cannot say enough about how this performs in any situation you throw at it, and that's so rare in fly fishing equipment these days. It's so specific that just a general versatile setup is something that we need every once in a while. So if you're going to new water and you're exploring a new area, you know you might beat yourself up a little bit, you'll get snagged, things along those lines, perfect option. Even if you know the water like the back of your hand, this rod's going to perform just as well as quite a few other setups, especially startup setups on the market. And I've updated to fancier rigs, and I have other rods and reels that are 3-4 times the price of this setup here. But I can't quit it. I keep coming back to this rig no matter what, because I know that it's just going to be there, it's going to perform, I won't get frustrated with it. It's not the fanciest rig, I know what I'm going to get from it. And for me, that's important in fly fishing. Too many things can go wrong. We're busy reading rivers, we're busy reading the currents, we're reading the pockets, finding that fishable water, that we don't ever want to have to worry about our equipment and how that's going to perform. But when you get the Encounter, you don't have to worry about it. It's going to perform, it's going to do what you ask, and it's going to do it well. It's not going to do anything amazingly, it's not going to do anything terribly. It's going to do it all well. And that peace of mind for anglers these days is imperative. So the last two pieces, obviously, it narrows as it gets more and more to the rod tip. And again, really easy to put together. And you would think something this skinny would not work, it would come apart. But again, it's really flexible. You can see the action of the tip here. It's that medium action. It's not completely whippy. It's not too stiff. And again, you don't have to worry about this thing breaking. Even at the seams here, when they're attached, I haven't had any cracking. I haven't had any issues. So this put together an extremely solid rig. You don't have to worry about losing any of those large fish or not being able to sense any of those small 6-7 inch wild trout that you might find. It's going to be able to sense them, it's going to be able to make the most of them, and you won't have to worry about missing out on any strike or detecting anything. It's a very sensitive tip, and sometimes even the biggest fish barely take it, so you'll be able to feel that pull, you'll be able to see that quick dive by the rod tip, no problem. When you get the Orvis Encounter set up, the reel you receive will match the weight of the rod that you get. So in this case, this is an 8-weight rod, so this is an 8-weight reel, and it matches up perfectly with it. And whatever combo that you purchase, the weight of the rod will match exactly the weight of the reel. So you don't have to worry about trying to find the perfect match or anything. Orvis will do it for you. You can receive it in peace of mind that you know the weight and every aspect of the reel is going to work out just fine. So I thank you for watching this review. Stay safe out there and tight lines.